YouTube, Kevin here. Got a new pipe video for you today. I thought my previous one was going to be the last one for a while because this tobacco that I have now is going to be the last tobacco I buy for a while because I'm trying to save up for my trip to Austria. Anyways, I have a couple of questions. I mentioned in one of my previous videos as well that my videos are meant, I'm going to try and gear them towards asking questions from the point of view of a young pipe smoker, such as myself. So I have a few questions that I've got laid out. A couple of them are just regular questions, and one of them I'm going to save the big one for last because it's sort of a rhetorical question. Anyways, first one I wanted to ask, and this is geared towards, this is for more experienced pipe smokers or even beginning pipe smokers who are having the same issue. What do they do to solve it? What does a conical shape do for flakes as far as flavor? I can understand that if you're doing the folding method, that having a conical shape is a lot better because it fits the bowl a lot better. But as far as flavor, what does this do well for a flake that this would not? So to put that in a more technical term, what does a Dublin bowl do better than a billiard? Or anything that sort of accomplishes that shape. The second is, why is the flake so hard? That's what she said. I've been smoking two tobacco blends, as for the people who've been watching already know this. Dunhill Flake and Peterson's University Flake. What's been happening when I smoke these, and the flavor is fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. The only concern I have is that when I smoke, especially University Flake, when I do the folding method, which I admit has not been giving me a whole lot of good luck, it gets really hard, as opposed to a loose cut, which even when you're smoking it, like that, even when you're smoking it, it still maintains sort of the springy, soft texture inside the bowl. So that when I'm tamping the flake, it's forming an ash and it's going down. It's really hard especially around the outside, and I have to scrape the outside. I know Dubbin the Dam mentioned that throughout the bowl that you're going to probably have to scrape the stuff around the edges, but he wasn't smoking it, so I couldn't really tell if it was hard or soft or anything like that. And thirdly, I've been smoking flakes recently, and a few aromatics. Actually, 2 flakes and 2 aromatics. And I wanted to know what experienced pipe smokers would recommend I try next. I've been looking at Orlick's Golden Sliced, McBaron's Navy Flake, just to name a few that I really want to try. I'm also going to Austria, and which opens a few more doors to me to pipe tobacco blends that aren't sold here in the States. One of which is Three Nuns, which is one I would really like to try. I know it's a pretty strong blend. And Capstan, which is another one I really want to try. So, what should I try next? And as far as Virginia style flakes are concerned, or even aromatics, if you have another suggestion for aromatics. So this is a call for flakes or aromatics, specifically Virginias, or Virginia Burleys, or Virginia Perique is another thing I want to try. I'm trying to avoid English Latakia because it's summertime, and I just don't really want a heavy smoke. I want a good tasting smoke, but I don't want a heavy smoke. And it's not that I don't like Latakias. Now for my last big important question. and it's really not a question, it's just a topic of discussion. Inflammatory pipe community, or pipe videos. The first part I want to talk about is, I've got a quote here on my iPod that I wanted to read to you. It's a review on tobaccoreviews.com of a guy who's talking about University Flake, and he gave University Flake 4 stars, which I can't disagree. But it's not the tobacco the way that he talked about the tobacco which concerns me. It's what he said when he was doing it. He says, "I hesitated for one more reason. The name university associatively brought in my mind the following thoughts. University equals students, which equals young at age smokers, which equals inexperienced in pipe smoking, equals simple tobacco, equals big mistake." I have to note that I am a college age and in college age pipe smoker. And that hits me close to home because I don't understand why a college age smoker would, number one, have bad taste, and number two, one thing I've learned about pipe smoking is that you smoke whatever you want to smoke. That what you smoke is personal. One video I can't remember if I mentioned this, but I considered Captain Black a grandpa blend. Now, I do that lovingly, and the reason why I call it that is because for most people who smoke Captain Black, other than the fact that it is a pretty good aromatic, it's what most people's grandfathers or their fathers smoked. My grandfather didn't smoke a pipe. He smoked, but he didn't smoke a pipe, and he quit smoking before I was born. But my uncle did smoke a pipe for a while, and I believe he still does. And I think he was smoking something like Captain Black when I actually, saw him smoking it. But anyways, the point of it is that he's saying things that cause divide between pipe smokers in this community. I have to apologize. I might have to cut short here and make the second part. But why make such an attempt to create divide between, make a ranking system in pipe smoking when what people smoke is their own business. I share what I smoke because I like what I smoke, and I want people to enjoy it as well. But I don't expect everyone to like everything that I smoke. So, and the second part to this video I think is going to come up next, because this is going to take a while to load because it's starting to get into 8 minutes. So check out my next video as well.